Hello students, this is class 10th, subject English, and today we are going to learn future tense. That includes future indefinite tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous tense. And in my previous lecture, I taught you past indefinite, past continuous, and past perfect. So today we shall also cover past perfect continuous tense. And this is my lecture number 2. The tenses. So today our topic is the tenses. Topics to be covered today in tenses. Past perfect continuous. Then we shall learn future indefinite. Then future continuous tense. After that future perfect tense. And then future perfect continuous tense. So these three kinds of past we have already discussed in our previous lecture. This is simple past, past continuous, and past perfect tense. In past simple or in past indefinite we learned that we use subject plus second form of the verb. In negative sentence we use subject plus didn't plus basic form of the verb, means first form of the verb. Then in interrogative we use did plus subject plus verb. Basic form means first form of the verb and then question mark. In past continuous we use subject plus was or were plus ing form of the verb. Then in negative we place not just after was or were and then ing form of the verb. Then in interrogative was or were will be used in the beginning, then subject, then ing form of the verb and question mark. In past perfect we learnt that we use subject plus had plus past participle, and in negative we use not after had, and in interrogative had is used in the beginning. So let us move to the next, that is past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect continuous tense. We form the past perfect continuous tense with had plus been plus a verb, means first form of the verb, plus ing. We use it to emphasize the continuation of an action that was in progress before another action or time in the past. For example, Sarah had been working here for 2 weeks when she had the accident. And it is also used to show the cause of a past action. I had been traveling all night, so I was tired. Then this is used with time expressions such as when, before, by the time, for, since, and how long. For example, he had been working for 2 hours when you interrupted him. The past perfect continuous. It is also called past perfect progressive. It is a verb tense which is used to show that an action started in the past and continued up to another point in the past. In statement, for example, you had been waiting there for more than 2 hours when she finally arrived. Then one example of interrogator. Had you been waiting there for more than 2 hours when she finally arrived? And in negative, you had not been waiting there for more than 2 hours when she finally arrived. Let us move to now future tense. Future tense has further 4 parts. Future indefinite tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous tense. So let us begin with simple future tense or future indefinite tense. In this tense, we use subject plus will or shall plus first form of the verb plus object. In affirmative sentences, this is the format, this is the structure, and we use shall with I and we and will with you, he, she, it and they. The simple future tense is used for an action that will take place at a particular time in the future. Means it denotes a future action or event. In negative, the structure is, in negative sentences, subject plus will or shall plus not plus base form means first form of the verb plus object. In interrogative, it will be will or shall in the beginning plus subject plus base form means first form of the verb plus object and plus question mark. In examples, he will not attend the meeting tomorrow. This is affirmative. This is a negative sentence. In affirmative, it will be written, he will attend the meeting tomorrow. In negative, he will not attend the meeting tomorrow. And in interrogative, it will be, will he attend the meeting tomorrow? In affirmative sentences, one example, Ravi will play. In negative sentences, Ravi will not play. In interrogative sentences, will Ravi play? And in negative interrogative sentences, will Ravi not play? Affirmative, interrogative and negative. As I have already told you that we use in affirmative sentences, we use shall with I and we and will with you, he, she, it and they. In affirmative, these are some examples. I shall speak. He or she or it will speak. We shall speak. With we and I in affirmative sentences, we use shall. You will speak. They will speak. In interrogative sentences, it is shall I speak? Will he, will she or will it speak? Shall we speak? Will you speak? Will they speak? So shall is used in the sense of simple future with the first person I and we. But in the sense of request, it will be, shall I take this pen? Shall we sit down here? And in interrogative sentences, it expresses or it suggests wishes or suggestions. In negative sentences, I shall not speak or I shan't speak. He or she or it will not speak or won't speak. We shall not speak or we shan't speak. You won't speak. They won't speak. So shall is used with the second person and third person to express a threat, command, assurance, promise, compulsion, determination and certainty. For example, he shall not tell a lie. Here it is a command. He shall carry out my order. It is compulsion. In the same manner, will is generally used with second person and third person to form future tense, but it is also used with the first person to express willingness, intention, determination and promise, certainty, threat. So this is all about will and shall. Now usage. Simple Future or future indefinite tense is used to express predictions about future. Example, there will be next generation robots in 2050. Then it is used to express future decisions. Example, I will attend a meeting next Monday. It is also used to express promise or offer, as I have already told you. I will help you cook meal. Then it is also used to express actions that are not in our control. Example, it will be Sunday tomorrow. Then next is future continuous tense. Structure is subject plus will be or shall be plus ing form of the verb plus object. We use the future continuous tense to indicate that we will be in the middle of doing something in a specified time in the future. Some examples are given. She will be sleeping when I visit her. We will not be having dinner at home. Will you be coming to the party tonight? In affirmative sentences, I will be playing. Then in negative, it will be changed into I will not be playing. Then in interrogative, shall I be playing? And in interrogative negative, shall I not be playing? Then next is future perfect tense. The structure of this tense is subject plus shall or will plus have plus third form of the verb plus object. Future perfect tense is used to indicate the completion of an action by a certain period of time in the future. And it is also used to express such an action in which before or when is used before simple present tense. If there are two events, the first event will use future perfect tense and second event will use present simple tense or present indefinite tense. For example, I will have cleaned the floor when my mom gets home, or I shall have taken a bath before the school bus arrives. Here are some examples. In affirmative sentences, we shall write, she will have played. In negative, she will not have played. In interrogative sentences, will she have played? And in negative interrogative sentences, will she not have played? Now, next is future perfect continuous tense. In this tense, we use the structure of this tense is subject plus shall or will plus have been plus ing form of the verb plus object. Future perfect continuous tense is actually used to denote an action that will have been going on at or before some point of time in future. The future perfect continuous, and it is also sometimes called the future perfect progressive. It is a verb tense that describes actions that will continue up until a point in the future. The future perfect continuous consists of this we have already done. Subject plus will or shall plus have been plus the verb's present participle or ing form of the verb. Some examples are given here. In November, I will have been working at my company for 3 years. Next, at 5 o'clock, I will have been waiting for 30 minutes. Next, when I turn 30, I will have been playing piano for 21 years. So this is all about future perfect continuous tense. Now homework. Homework is filling the blanks with correct form of the verbs, and you are supposed to use all tenses. It is a mixed exercise of all tenses. Here are some sentences like they dash in Chicago for 20 years. Verb is be. Next is I dash a wonderful film in the cinema last night. Verb is see. The sun dash at 6:38 yesterday morning. Verb is rise. Next is the sun dash when the climber reached Mount Everest. The verb is shine. Next is I promise that I dash this secret to anyone. Verb is not tell. So you are supposed to fill these blanks with correct form of the verb. So these are some sentences. Then here are some more sentences for you. You are supposed to fill the appropriate form of the verb in the blanks. Then one more exercise is given to you. Complete the following sentences using the correct form of the verb given in brackets. So here are some sentences like the thief dash red-handed, verb is catch, a bomb scare, dash the flight by almost 2 hours, verb is delay. Then the stadium dash with dance, music and drama as troops from different parts of the country dash a panorama of color and costume. The verbs are reverberate and present. Then I dash the whole day yesterday in bed. Verb is spend. Students from different parts of the country dash in the program. Verb is participate. Then some more sentences are there. So these are total 10 in numbers in this second exercise. So you all are supposed to fill in the blanks with the appropriate form of the verb. Thank you.